everybody, it's Premiere Gal here. Today I'm with Bronwyn Lewis. She's a product manager for Adobe, specifically for mobile video editing. So join me and welcome me, Bronwyn.
Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure, really. So I guess just tell us a little bit about what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as a product manager, my job is basically the liaison between the customer and the engineering team and making sure that the quality and the feature set of the applications are in line and have the right priority with the engineering team. And so then it's also about building the business and saying, you know, what does success look like for this application? And so I work on Adobe Premiere Clip, which is a free mobile video editing app for iOS and Android. One thing that's really awesome about mobile, and actually a job I had before I was at Adobe, was about teaching teens, specifically teen girls and trans youth, about video production skills.
Great.
I was at a nonprofit in Seattle called Real Girls, and it's really a great organization. And so there I was teaching video production skills, and I think one of the things I was attracted to Adobe for was thinking about, you know, with the software distribution model being a subscription, it makes it so that the commitment to buy the software is a little bit less, right? So you can take it for projects as you need it. Specifically with mobile, almost everyone's got a mobile phone in your pocket. It's a lot easier sometimes to access one of those.
Sometimes too much, I'm on my phone.
Yeah, me too, definitely. You know, the barrier to entry is lowered with mobile.
Right.
And I think that's what's really exciting about that is, you know, what are the possibilities when more people are empowered to tell their story?
Exactly.
And so what can we at Adobe do, and what can we do with apps like Premiere Clip, and kind of looking at the industry that help young people tell their stories, that help women and girls tell their stories, that help groups that haven't traditionally been able to access the white male Hollywood and broadcast industries have a greater opportunity.
Yeah, and there's like so many producers and creators out there, I think, that we don't see a lot of the times. And I think in this platform, in Premiere Gal, I'm really trying to find those women out there, feature them, and hopefully get more contributors to show how much women are using Premiere Pro and Premiere Clip, right?
Yeah. I mean, editing and working in video in general, I think, because, I mean, it's one of the great things about content shifting to digital. I think, you know, on YouTube, most of the producers are young women, and those are the fastest growing like segments of producers and people who are watching content. And how awesome that, you know, as the industry is changing, women are able to take a greater role, and younger people are able to take a greater role, and more stories can be told. So obviously I'm passionate about that too. So I really love what you're doing.
And from your own like background too, like what interested you in video production? Like what's your background, and like how did you get to where you are as advice to our viewers?
Yeah. Let's see. I was at the University of Washington in Seattle. There's a program there called DX Arts. It's Digital Art and Experimental Media. And my college roommate was in that program, and she was making videos, and I starred in a couple of her short films, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. That's so cool. Like, what could be better than sitting in this dark room all night, not sleeping, like just like cutting something together and like learning the hotkeys. And so I found it really addictive and exciting and like a wonderful creative outlet, and one that you know, prior to that moment, I hadn't really considered. I mean, this was still back, I mean, it was the mini DV revolution, right? So it was still, those cameras were too expensive for me to own, so it was really through the opportunity I had at school.
And like labeling the tapes, gosh, but those died quickly.
They're all in my basement. Most of them haven't like been properly like transcoded and like brought in, like logged and ingested.
Now we're spoiled with
it's so
Premiere.
Awesome. It's so much easier, because like I can shoot on my phone, and I can start something in Premiere Clip, and I kind of hate the process of like starting a project on the desktop. I'm kind of lazy in that way. And so what I love about Premiere Clip is I can shoot on my phone, which is where I'm shooting most of the time personally. I can create a project, and then I can send it to Premiere Pro, and then it comes in with my timeline already populated. We have sync to music feature in Premiere Clip, so then all of the sequence comes in with like beat markers and stuff like that. So like any edits I've made there, so I can use it as a rough cutting tool, and then go in and because I'm lazy, my sequence is already started.
Well, we'll have to do a Premiere Gal tutorial on how to use Premiere Clip.
That would be awesome.
That would be great.
But I think you'd asked me a bit about my background, and I kind of got off track there with the mini DV revolution. But so I did go to school for it, but I was actually really discouraged because I found like the program I was in and the industry I was in to not be very welcoming to women. And so I actually, after I graduated from school, took a few years off and didn't really make anything and was kind of stewing and angry. But then I found out about this organization, Real Girls, so I started volunteering there.
That's
and
great.
was like, it rekindled my love of video production, and also helped me see, you know, how can I contribute to the industry being more like what I would like to see reflected in it. And
so get out and volunteer.
Yes, volunteer, and if you know any young people, like be encouraging to them, and you know, we can only change the things we don't like by helping people see who else is out there. So I really, again, appreciate what you're doing.
Oh, thanks. Well, it's a lot of fun for me, and I learned through the process of doing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't learn how to do certain things. Sometimes I literally just learn how to do something right before I record.
That's awesome.
And that just goes to show how easy it really is. You just have to take that step to really dive in and figure it out the way that you learn, because not everybody learns the same way. So I guess to sort of close out here, what are the ways that women filmmakers, video producers can get involved with Adobe? You know, are there any groups, are there any forums, anything that you know of at Adobe right now?
So for people that work at Adobe, we do have an Adobe and Women group that is all about helping women connect within the company and growing their careers. I know that at NAB about 2 years ago we hosted a panel that was about women in video production and in tech. And we do often at some of the trade shows and events we go to try to organize that. We've been in the video group especially trying to get lots of women on stage and demoing the apps. So I was proud to represent Adobe at Supermeet at IBC this year, but also looking at customers and wanting to profile women who are making content. So I think, and we should also talk to those marketing gals and try to figure out more, because I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff. But there are
we'll put links below.
There are opportunities. We want to hear, I mean, something at Adobe, we want to hear from people who are using our products. And so if you're using our products and you're making something, let us know. We love to feature customers and to just understand how people are using the tools and what we can do better. And we're listening to everyone. You know, we like to talk about our big Hollywood customers a lot, but it's really everyone who's contributing to the products and the features that we're growing.
That's awesome. Well, I also interviewed 2 other of the female session leaders at Adobe Video World. So I'm likely going to have this in a playlist that you can check out. So it was Louisa Winters and Ashley Kennedy. They're both lynda.com trainers, like master trainers. So you should go check them out in the video interviews. So thanks again.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.